Hello, Internet. Welcome to the Freestyle. I'm Scott,
And I'm Clint.
and we're doing another Comic Wednesdays. And this week, we're talking about another DC one. I know we're going real heavy on DC, but we're moving towards X-Timber. So, but this week, we're talking about Hush. Hush. Lois Lane's boobs. Tagline to Hush. Written by Jeff Loeb and art by Jim Lee.
And this story follows Batman as he uncovers stops a kidnapping by Killer Croc, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman. And in the pursuit of Catwoman, he falls, gets really banged up, and has to con his never before brought up, also super physically fit and drawn pretty evilly old childhood
Yeah,
friend.
you can just tell.
Thomas Elliot, not foreshadowing anything.
No.
And whatnot. Who was his best friend as a kid.
Never
and
been
they like to
mentioned
play, and they like to play Stratego.
The most menacing game.
And here are the things we liked about it. And for me, it was, the art was really great in it. Ghibli got to draw like a shit ton of cool people from the DC universe, and they all looked great.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, most of them look great.
Yeah, most of them.
And just got to go through this. See his vision of like how characters. We got to see people like Huntress and.
Oh yeah, that was crazy when she showed up.
Yeah, that was I don't think I ever even heard of that character till this book.
Yeah, I heard of her before, but I was not expecting when I picked this up. You know who's probably gonna be in this? Huntress.
Yeah. For some reason, whenever I pick up a DC book, there's always some sort of weird, usually female ally to Batman that's shows up. I'm like, who the fuck is this person? and Huntress was that one for me.
Right.
In this book. And also, I feel like the main thing is how it ends with this big old fight between a Poison Ivy controlled Superman and Batman, and how he just has all these tools. You never come to Superman City without bringing your Superman killing kid.
Right. Yeah, I would definitely say that was one of my likes too. Any book that has a fight between Batman and Superman's really dope. Who doesn't want to see that? And this book also has Catwoman in it, which I always enjoy. Catwoman being there.
Yeah. They did start the whole them dating for a while. I mean, I don't know if it had. I'm sure that has been done or whatever, but it was the time they were doing it this time, where it looked like it was getting serious.
I remember it happening in Long Halloween also. They were dating then. But they didn't know who each other were apparently.
Well, I mean, I think this is the first time we've seen maybe Catwoman and Batman date.
I also really like there's this it's just a 1-page thing where it shows when they were kids, and there's a Green Lantern flashback.
Yeah, for the art, the flashbacks look really great.
Yeah, and he was talking about how it's not like it was back in the day, and had that flashback. It was really cool. And also Lois Lane's really hot, so that's always good.
Yeah.
So this is part of the review where we talk about things that we didn't like, and for me, I hate it every time they tack something onto the front of the Batmobile. They just put this huge bat-shaped shield. It wasn't a face this time, which is a step in the right direction. But
I like the old face Batmobile, but I see what you're saying about this one.
Yeah.
It looked like it didn't belong. They just threw it. It's it doesn't look batty enough.
So. Yeah, let's throw this shit on there. And then also there's it's just 2 pages at the beginning. This isn't a real dislike, but I just kind of I don't like it when they throw up the origin story in there. But it kind of makes sense for this one because it's it brings up his old friend and blah blah blah. It's not that bad.
I don't think they brought up the Elliot guy in his origin story though.
No, but it was it leads into that because he's oh, he was an orphan and we're best friends because I didn't have parents, so I fucking chilled with him all the time and shit.
All right, well never mind then.
Yeah, like I said, it's not a huge dislike.
All right, and for me, I had that the story is kind of weak or whatever. I mean, it's just almost it's hey, well, but right before we get into the main story of this whole Hush scene, this is only part 1 or 2, and it's it's oh well, we're here, let's just go through and draw some awesome heroes and shit. Huntress just happens to be here.
Right. That's ridiculous.
So, this is our trying to put a spin on Poison Ivy and then Superman and shit like that.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, they all look great when we did go see them, but there wasn't like a really good excuse to go see them.
yeah, the story was kind of weak, and it really, the only thing that makes it really great is that Superman versus Batman fight. Like that really carries the book.
Yeah, and I say like another thing like kind of said it before like Croc has like a really horrible.
It's ridiculous. It's like a burn victim face.
All right, and this is we talk about our favorite moments. And for me, it was at the end when Poison Ivy, it's like plane has gone awry. She's trying to leave, and she just opens the door, and there's Crypto just hovering. And
Crypto
growling.
the super dog. Yeah, it was pretty great that he showed up.
Yeah, that was a good excuse to use Crypto.
There's not many of them, but that was one of them. And for me, I would say my favorite part was it was just after Superman showed up, and they kind of ran away for a second, and like Catwoman's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do about it, Batman?" And Batman's like, "He's the best at what he does," and he like opens this little case, and she's like, "Well, what are you gonna do?" And he's like, "He's not the best at what I do," and he just puts the ring on. And he's got this fucking kryptonite ring, starts punching Superman in his dick. It's pretty great.
Then Marvel came and copyrighted all of it.
I guess it's gonna do it for Comic Wednesdays. You say check this out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a good book. It's part of a two-parter as far as I've seen, so we'll be doing the second part later. But other than that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. And I'm Scott.
I'm Clint.
And have a good day.
Bye.